Everyone said, I need to get high. I need to get real high. So I sparked up my thinking cap and I took a puff on creative inspiration, and we'll see if we get some positive results. Stay tuned.
Nerdy dude stuff.
For those of you keeping track at home, today's beer of the day is the Stone Brewing Fear Movie Lions Hazy Double IPA. It's probably one of the greatest names I've ever seen. Fear Movie Lions. Like, are we supposed to be scared of movie lions, or I don't know. But we're looking at an 8.5% alcohol by volume, beautifully citrus, very hop forward IP double hazy IPA, and I highly recommend checking this one out if you can find it. Cheers to you guys. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and all that good stuff. If this is your first time on the channel, please take a moment to consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on the bell notification as we post videos weekly to the best of our schedule. Now, we posted a video last week about our 1 week mining results with helium mining, and I can't thank everyone enough for tuning in and watching that video and leaving your comments and your feedback. And as promised, I've been responding to everyone that told me that I needed to get those antennas up high and to upgrade the antenna, and that's exactly what we did. Let's take a look at the setup that I've got now and see if this is going to finally get us the helium rewards that we have been waiting for. So check this out. Here we've placed a 10 dBi omnidirectional fiberglass antenna up in our attic. My home has 19-foot vaulted ceilings, and this is sitting about another 3 to 4 feet above the peak of those vaulted ceilings as well. So we're looking at probably about 25 feet in the air. We are running our Bobcat miner just below in the garage with a 25-foot cord up into the attic. Hopefully we don't get too much signal loss and we can start seeing some serious helium rewards. As we zoom into our miner here, we, again, have two miners currently. We have one at my house and one at my in-laws' house, and the setup you just saw is at my house. My in-laws have a smaller house, so we are actually in a much easier spot to put their antenna outside on the roof, where I would have had a lot of drilling and going through the attic. I spent about an hour in the attic today in the Florida weather at about 95 degrees, and the attic was just excruciating, and so I couldn't really get to the drilling and everything that I wanted to do. So I figured that placement at the peak just above my attic entrance would be the best way to go. Now, originally we had our Bobcat miner tethered to our router with an Ethernet cord, but unfortunately the location of where I needed to put that Bobcat miner to where I wanted to put the antenna, we are now back on Wi-Fi. I've gone through and I've reopened the ports. I've given it a static IP address on my Nighthawk Netgear router, so hopefully we don't get into a relayed situation, not a rallied situation. You guys got to remember, when I do these videos, I drink a couple of beverages, so I might foobar my words here and there, but relayed status. So obviously that's not the case now. We just got this set up about 25 minutes ago. We got everything fired off and going again. So let's go ahead and pull up my miner. And as of right now, we are back to 100% synced, which I'm very happy with. We put our elevation at about 10 meters. I think that's a little generous. Again, we do have those big vaulted ceilings, and I did put that at the peak of my roof. It's really about like at the 25 to 28 foot range, so I guess that is being really, really generous. But you can see here we also have a 10 dBi update as well. Now, we did just get this going, so I don't expect to see any activity at the moment. You could see here, yeah, a certain location, which it says about 2 hours ago, but maybe I've been on the phone and everything. And then we did get some rewards earlier today before we did that move, so I was very, very happy to see that. So we're going to continue to monitor this one hotspot. My other hotspot is right down here. So hopefully with that 10 dBi now being in a better position, away from the window, away from any of the stucco and the brick walls, that is straight up just the attic, the plywood, and the ceiling, or not the ceiling, the roof, which is just like, you know, the roof, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? Not the tiles, but the shingles. Thank you. The shingles are very, you know, thin, nothing too crazy. They are like hurricane proof and everything, but we're in Florida. So hopefully that really lets that signal get out. And we went with the 10 dBi just to help push that farther as well. Our ultimate goal is to get ourselves to touch base with our helium miner here. But if we can hit these miners in this range, and even some of these bad boys up here, we're going to start seeing some serious rewards. And I'm really hoping that we get that opportunity. Now, some upgrades that we will potentially make, we will continue to monitor this miner on its Wi-Fi setup, and if it falls back behind or the Wi-Fi drops out or anything like that, we are getting a new modem which will be coming in on Monday, and we'll be installing that because my modem's from like 2015. It's really old and there is some signal issues, but we're working on every possible opportunity we can to get this bad boy firing off and witnessing other miners and sending out challenges for them to be witnessed as well. Then we will then proceed to upgrade my miner here. Now, it's interesting that my miner here at my in-laws house has seen better returns in the past week or so. If we go into the activity, I mean, past 24 hours, we've seen 0.04. In the past 7 days, in the past week, we've seen 0.187 helium. And since we've had the bad boy, we've got just over a quarter of helium. So that one's been seeing some serious activity, not serious activity, but as a lone wolf technically, since that one still has the stock antenna that came with it sitting behind a window, that's not seen much. Whereas this one we've had the most issues with is at 0.28 helium. So we'll really, really hope this starts to fire off. If we go over into the nearby section, you can see that we do have my hotspot miner here, and then we have two more that are within this under 5 kilometer range. But as I was looking at some of the activity on this and seeing some of the stuff that, it was creating challenges and the witnesses, there has been some witnesses all the way out in, like, I think China had a witness for this challenge, which was insane. I didn't understand why. And I was looking at it the other night while I was drinking and playing Call of Duty. Let's go back to this. So witness, and then, yeah, all right. So it's going to pull out. Like, look how far that goes. Like, this miner out here is nowhere near me, and I witnessed one of its transactions. I don't understand it. I mean, he's hitting everyone. So this is obviously not our densely populated area. So we're not going to get nearly as much numbers as this, but we're going to go back. Hopefully now with that 10 dBi cable or antenna up in the attic, we will start getting some rewards. And if it still doesn't work, we're going to keep doing this with trial and error. Maybe the 25-meter cable is a little bit too long. I know there is going to be signal loss with that 25-meter cable. We'll probably look at an opportunity of getting a shorter cable, and then we will also look at possibly running a longer Ethernet cord through my house directly to the Bobcat miner and then place that somewhere in the attic. Well, I almost placed that in the attic today, but with that attic being so hot, the second I was in there, I was dripping sweat. I didn't want to run the risk of my miner burning out. So I placed it below next to my AC unit, so it's got some decent ventilation. I have a little desktop fan placed right behind it, blowing air on it as well, but the AC is also keeping a nice cool area in that nook that little nook that you saw in the video, just because the AC unit is pumping out that cool air and keeping the surrounding air around it cool. So we've got some good circulation, so I hopefully don't burn it out. I think the biggest concern that we would have is that it's on Wi-Fi versus Ethernet, and I know that you guys are going to comment that Ethernet is always better, and I 120% agree, but we're going to do what we can. I think right now in this scenario, getting the antenna up as high as possible versus an Ethernet connection is much more important to see those rewards. And we'll go forward and we'll see within the next week or so if we can get those rewards pumping and churning and burning. Do I want anything crazy? No. At the end of the day, I spent $1,000 to buy these two miners. We at least have enough miners in the area to where we can ping off and we can see a nice and quick and easy ROI as long as all of this works out. Now, also the antenna that I purchased was a $50 10 dBi antenna off of Amazon. It only had 2 reviews and they were both 5-star reviews. If maybe, hopefully, I'm hoping I could be the third 5-star review, or I might be the first 1-star review. And then I would be willing to get another antenna, an 8 dBi antenna, probably one of the $120 dBi antennas, 8 dBi antennas, and try it at my second miner and see which antenna is much more successful. And then based off of that, we will replicate that at the least successful miner. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's where it needs to go. We've done everything. We've done the best we can at our miner here. You guys saw the setup. You saw the video. Let's see if this fires off. And the reason why I decided to also do it in my attic right now is because I've watched a few other YouTubers that have done attic placements and they've moved their machines up there and they've seen a monstrous increase in rewards on the day they even put it in their attic. So hopefully we get those numbers as well. If not, we are willing to put it out on the roof, and we're willing to put a 5-foot extension pole up on the roof and put it up on top of that and have it zip out there as well. I'm not worried about what the HOA is going to say because I'm the president of the HOA. And yeah, so That's it. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, please feel free to reach out to me on Twitter, Discord, Telegram. All that stuff is in the link in the description. All those links are in the description of this video. You can definitely leave a comment. I'll reach back to you as soon as possible, and we can go from there. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, all that good stuff that YouTubers say. I'm O'Prius, and we'll see you guys next time.